back to traditional Chinese medicine, one of the main patterns is yin deficiency, and that's a deficiency in inner nourishment, a deficiency in moisture. Symptoms are the hot flashes and the night sweats and the dry skin and so on. And it's not that you actually have too much heat or you have too much yang energy that's creating that heat. The symptoms of heat, what it really is a deficiency in moisture, a deficiency in coolness, a lack of inner nourishment. It's when you think of women having this inner well from which we act, and if that inner well gets depleted, it's very hard to give, and you feel cranky and bitter and resentful, and was like you can't really do your creative expression when your inner well gets depleted. And I think all women know that feeling. I have nothing left to give. Inner nourishment is one of the most crucial things in midlife. If you have been undernourishing yourself, it really shows up strongly in midlife, and you have to figure out your ways of nourishing yourself like you've never done before. And as a nutritionist, I do think about nutrition. And one of the basic principles is thinking about, for your individual body, what are the foods that nourish you, which are the nutrition heroes. I like calling it nutrition heroes instead of these are the things you should do. But these are the heroes in terms of the foods that give us the most vitamins and minerals and enzymes and that energize every cell in your body. So maybe it's raw sauerkraut because there's so many probiotics in raw sauerkraut. Maybe it's kale because of all the chlorophyll and the minerals in kale. Maybe it's a steak for someone who really needs the B12 and the iron of red meat. Obviously, if you have a vegetarian vegan diet, that might not be right for you, but for some people, that is a nutrition hero. And then in contrast, the nutrition bandits, foods that would deplete you. The most common ones we all know are like sugar, because when you only need like a teaspoon of glucose in your body to run your metabolism. You have one little dessert and you know that's more than 1 teaspoon of sugar in there. You have it and your body has to do all these metabolic gymnastics in order to manage that excessive sugar. And those metabolic gymnastics use up your store of vitamins and minerals. So that food depletes you. And that's why they say after you have some excessive sugar, I'm not talking about a teaspoon of honey in your tea or something like that. I'm talking about really sugary desserts. After that, your whole immune system is depressed for a few hours until you can regain the nutrients your immune system needs to run proper defense and offense against pathogens and so on. Nutritional bandits are things that drain your energy, steal your nutrients from you. And one person's bandit might be another person's hero. Like yogurt, for example, is a bandit for me because I can't digest that milk protein. And so if I have yogurt, I look like I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I get so bloated, it's really uncomfortable, and yogurt is a bandit for me. But for another person, that's a wonderful source of protein. That's a wonderful source of probiotics. And so you really have to zero in on your individual body in order to get the best nourishment and know the difference.